In this video, I just want to give you a little heads up about the Udemy environment and how you find your way around. There are essentially two views of the course. One here, which shows you the lectures and all of the comments that have been submitted in reverse chronological order, the most recent ones at the top. You have access to the announcements that have been made and the list of students. When you actually decide to work on one of the lectures for the course, when you select it, it will take you to this view. From this view, you can get back to the course, you can get to the previous lecture or the next lecture. All of the videos done for this course are done in 720p HD. Some people have commented that they're difficult to view in this particular sizing because it's just because of the size of it. You have the option of making the screen bigger, or you have the option of actually clicking down here and making the video full screen, which should make it readable on just about any screen. When you're viewing one of the lectures, I encourage you to read the lecture description. When people make comments, and I encourage you to ask questions or make comments about the content because it's continually evolving based upon feedback from the students. When I get comments from people that indicate certain aspects of it, there's things that ought to be added or clarified, I go ahead and add them to the lecture description so that I know what things I want to add the next time I do the video. So this lecture description sort of sets the context for the lecture and may have a number of notes attached to it that indicate things that students have brought up to this point that will be added to the revision of the video. So I encourage you to watch the lecture. All of the videos are essentially made from Insight Maker models. Insight Maker, if you're not familiar with it, is a free web-based modeling and simulation environment, which I'll talk about in more detail later, and hopefully you will begin to use for the exercises. But the models are unfolded in the storytelling mode, and in addition to the video of that model unfolded, there is also a link to the scripted version of that model, which you can read if you choose to. And if you click here, it will take you to the actual model, or the actual article version of it, and here will take you to the actual Insight Maker version of that model in Insight Maker. All of the models presented in the course are publicly visible so that you can access them and clone them to create models that belong to you, that you can do anything that you like with. There's a place here for you to add comments. I encourage you to do that because I will read all the comments and respond to them. And all of the suggestions that you make about enhancing the individual lectures, I will go ahead and fold them into future revisions. There's a place here for you to make notes for yourself about this particular lecture. One thing that I'd like to point out is that oftentimes if I'm here and I go to this lecture and then I click here for the lecture notes, notice I'm still on the previous lecture. I have to click this arrow and then it gets me back to the appropriate lecture description to go with this. It seems as though the context doesn't switch when I simply select the new lecture. So those are a few notes about finding your way around the environment. I encourage you, as I said, to read the lecture notes, submit comments. I will review them and provide comments back to you. So I hope you find it a most meaningful and useful experience, and I look forward to our interactions. Bye.